Okay, hey everybody, this is Renee Oz, and this is obviously what Renee has to say, because I wouldn't be on anybody else's channel, because I'm not that cool yet. I wanted to blog today about being a parent, and that's so weird to me. Anybody who knows me knows children are just not, they're not my thing, you know? But recently, I guess over the past month, or last month too, the middle of September into right now in the beginning of October, I have just been constantly thinking about being a parent. And that is so foreign and strange to me just because I am just not, I'm just not the parenting type. I don't even date. Like, what? What? So, it started, I guess, like last month I had this dream. And I've never had a dream like this before. My dreams are usually a big deal to me because God speaks in dreams, and I don't just dream, anything. Anyway, so I had this dream, and I was having a child. I was giving birth to this little boy, and I don't particularly remember what he looked like his facial features and stuff, but I do remember that he had very beautiful black hair and very beautifully pale skin, and I just remember that he was very, very smart, and I had just kind of they kind of tripped me out because I've never had a dream like that, and I had just had this love for whoever this kid was. Maybe it's not even a kid that's going to be, one of my children one day that looks like him. Maybe it's somebody that I'm going to meet, some little kid that I'm going to meet soon. I don't know, but I have this love for this child, and ever since that dream I have just been, being a parent has just been in the back of my mind. Like anytime, and it's so strange too, because at church we're talking about wisdom and we're in Proverbs, and our pastor brought a word about wisdom, about how God disciplines his children, and then this week was how wisdom about disciplining your children, and that word, I was just so excited about becoming a parent one day, and that is so not me. I am just not the type of person to be like, yeah, let's get married and have 12 babies. Like, that's just not a plan of mine. And my parents are always like, when are you going to have grandchildren? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll get on that as soon as someone decides that they want to date me. And then if I don't scare them away, then, maybe one day in 60 years I'll be ready, But I have just been overwhelmed with it. Like, I just can't stop thinking about it. And then, I like watching YouTube. I like being on YouTube, and I have not stopped watching those World's Strictest Parents. There's a channel, some dude who just, that's all that he has on there. And I watch them, and I'm in tears at the end about, seeing how these parents help these troubled teenagers. And mostly the ones that I've seen have been British teenagers that come to America. And there was actually one where they did one in San Antonio, where 2 British teenagers came to San Antonio and lived with a pastor here. And I have just been obsessed with watching those and taking notes on how to be a better parent and how to enforce rules and what God has to say about disciplining your children and all this different stuff. And it's quite crazy. I don't like the idea of me wanting to be a parent and being single. Those two don't really mix well with me. So yeah, this is just, I don't know. What? I feel like those of you who know me personally are just like, this has to be a joke. Like, you are not talking about this. You cannot be thinking about having children. Just because in the past I have been so against being impregnated. Like, that's just not something that I'm into. And I feel for my friends and my family that have had children young. And, one of them it was their choice, one of them it wasn't. And I see what having a child, that kind of effect has on somebody's life. Obviously I don't know personally because, like I said a million times, I'm not a mother. But I can imagine that your life will kind of drastically change. And I know for a fact that I am not anywhere near even beginning to go down near the road of heading towards becoming a decent person enough to become a parent. I know that I am too selfish, and I know that I have a lot to learn about taking care of someone else. And as much as I try, and as much as I like to think that I know what it takes to be a good mom and what it takes to be in a relationship even. I don't even know if I'd be good at being in a relationship. I've never been in a real one. We should probably take that step first. This vlog should be done, after that. But who knows? Normalcy isn't really my style. Name that movie. But yeah, this is my being a parent vlog. And I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. It's so strange to me that I still think about this. And when I'm done, I'm going to push play again on my YouTube video about the strictest parents in the world. And watch how they take care of unruly children and their own children. Hopefully one day I can be a decent parent. Because I know some pretty decent parents and some pretty amazing kids who have benefited from having amazing parents, and I just want to be a fraction of those people. And I want to be able to impact a kid's life. I see my friends that I went to high school with kids, and I can't even imagine what that's like. How your mindset changes from being your own person to being the home of the hearts of these kids. And my friend Kylie put it so beautifully. She's a blogger, and she had said that her body is not her body anymore. It's her son's home. And I hope that one day my child can find a home in me, in my heart, and know that they can come to me. Hopefully I'm just a decent parent. Something to think about before you go out and decide to get it on. Pregnancy often leads to an infant. Having sex leads to pregnancy. So, yeah, this has been my vlog about being a parent. And thanks for watching, and I love you, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!